as murder-accused Shrien Dewani appears in court in Cape Town on the 8th of April to be charged with conspiring to kill his wife Annie, we trace the twists and turns of this complex case from its beginnings. Anni Hindocha met Dewani, a wealthy director of his family's chain of UK nursing homes, in 2009. It was a whirlwind romance, and Shrien proposed to Annie that same year. The couple were married in a lavish 3-day ceremony in Mumbai on October 29, 2010. Despite these images of a happy couple, text messages between Annie and her cousin Sneha reveal that she had been desperate to avoid her marriage. In one text, Annie wrote, "I don't want to marry him. I'm going to be unhappy for the rest of my life. One cannot even hug him. We have nothing in common." Following the wedding, the couple traveled to South Africa for an extended honeymoon. Arriving in South Africa on November 7, 2010, the couple spent 4 days at the Kruger National Park before flying to Cape Town International Airport, where taxi driver Zola Tongo drove them to the 5-star Cape Grace Hotel. After arriving at the hotel, Shrien Dewani allegedly returned to the taxi to discuss the murder of Annie, with Dewani offering 15,000 rand to carry out the act. According to suspect's testimony, Shrien then conspired with Tongo, hotel receptionist Mziwamadoda Kwabe, and convicted felon Kole Mngeni to devise a plot to stage a hijack and killing of Annie. On the evening of November 13th, Tongo drove the couple to a restaurant in the beach resort of Strand. Later that night, their car was stopped while driving through the township of Guguletu. Shrien Dewani stated that the taxi had been hijacked by 2 armed men who drove the couple around the township at gunpoint. The 2 men were later identified as hotel receptionist Kwabe and Mngeni. After 20 minutes, Shrien was let out of the vehicle and later flagged down a passing car and contacted police. A police helicopter spotted the taxi abandoned in the township of Khayelitsha the following morning. Annie Dewani was found dead inside the back of the car. Severely beaten and bruised, she had suffered a single gunshot wound to her neck, inflicted by a 9mm pistol. 2 days after Annie's murder, Zola Tongo met Shrien Dewani at the Cape Grace Hotel, where he gave him an envelope with 1,000 rand in a white plastic bag. Dewani handed over the bag to Tongo in the hotel's internet room, which has no CCTV coverage, but cameras caught Tongo leaving the room with the money stashed under his shirt. He then went to the men's toilet and later emerged carrying the bag in his hand before exiting the hotel. Shrien Dewani left South Africa on November 16th. The same day, Kolile Mngeni was arrested. The following day, Mzwamadoda Kwabe and Zola Tongo were also arrested, and on November 18th, all 3 were charged with murder and robbery. Weeks later, Dewani was arrested in Bristol under a South African warrant on suspicion of conspiring to murder his wife, and was remanded in custody. Since that time, Dewani has repeatedly avoided extradition through a series of legal appeals, arguing that he suffers from severe mental health problems and post-traumatic stress. After 3.5 years, on January 31, 2014, Dewani lost his final High Court challenge to avoid extradition and arrived in Cape Town on April 7, 2014. Dewani will remain in Valkenburg Psychiatric Hospital in Cape Town for the duration of the murder trial.